Channel 4 News has learned that a police whistleblower who exposed the manipulation of crime figures faces being put on a public register of disgraced officers. PC James Patrick has been accused of gross misconduct by the Metropolitan Police, who say he spoke to the media without permission. Mr Patrick says the Met are trying to blacken his name. Our political correspondent Michael Crick joins me now. Michael.
Well, we were hearing earlier about the fall in violent crime. But if James Patrick is to be believed, then the fall in the police figures for crimes are not as good as they make out. Last autumn, he appeared before a Commons Select Committee, outlining how, in his view, there were all sorts of ways that the police massage and fiddle the figures, not least on rape. And this is what he had to tell the committee.
Preference has developed to try and justify no crime on the basis of mental health or similar issues of vulnerability, or by saying that the victim has refused to go on to disclose to them.
Now, Mr Patrick has been campaigning on this issue for a number of years now, with tweets and a blog and writing a book. And as you can imagine, he's come into some dispute with his superiors at the Met. Last month, he decided finally to resign from the force with effect from the 9th of May. And he went ahead and a couple of weeks ago did a couple of interviews for the BBC. And now we've learnt today that he faces misconduct hearings, gross misconduct hearings, over those two interviews. His MP says that he's been treated very unfairly on this, and this shows that the leadership of the Metropolitan Police is in denial about the seriousness of what James Patrick exposed, his MP being Bernard Jenkin, the chairman of that Commons Committee. James Patrick himself says it seems massively vindictive. And last week, he managed to ambush the Metropolitan Police Commissioner, Bernard Hogan-Howe, during a radio programme on LBC.
I wanted to say to you that I felt very, very let down, in particular by the senior levels of the Met, and I wanted to take the opportunity to say that. But I sincerely hope that people who want to expose wrongdoing in the Met get a slightly less raw deal in the future.
Although you've got a very firm view about what you've seen and your experience, I have asked for some independent advice to find out whether your allegations are endemic or, in fact, your experience was a one-off. And at the end of that process, the inspectorate is looking at it. We'll both be better informed, I think. Now,
the Metropolitan Police have confirmed that there is a disciplinary hearing relating to the two media interviews. They say that PC Patrick remains a serving police officer and is therefore held to the same standards as any officer. The problem for him is that if he's found guilty, then he'll be put on a struck-off list that's kept by the College of Policing, in which they intend in due course to publish, and that, of course, could be quite damaging to his future career prospects.
Michael Crick. And for more on that report, go to our website, channel4.com/news.